On October 15, 1240, the world witnessed the passing of Razia Sultan, the first female ruler of the Delhi Sultanate, highlighting a significant moment in Indian history. Born in 1205, Razia Sultan was the daughter of Sultan Iltutmish, and she defied the norms of her time by ascending the throne as a ruler, breaking the barriers for women in leadership roles. Razia was known for her administrative skills and strategic acumen, successfully governing a diverse empire and implementing policies that fostered trade and culture. Her tenure is marked by significant architectural advancements, including the establishment of robust infrastructure and public works, showcasing her commitment to her people. Despite her impressive achievements, Razia faced fierce opposition from the nobility, who doubted her capability as a female ruler, setting the stage for political strife. In 1240, Razia Sultan's reign began to unravel as internal rivalries intensified, leading her to face a rebellion that would challenge her authority. Razia was ultimately betrayed by her own nobles and fell to her enemies, highlighting the perilous nature of political power during her time. She died in 1240 under tragic circumstances, and historical accounts suggest she was buried in a place shrouded in mystery, reflecting her complex legacy. Despite her turbulent reign, Razia Sultan's legacy has inspired future generations, embodying the fight for gender equality and the potential of women in leadership roles. Razia Sultan's life echoes through history as she challenged societal norms, paving the way for women in leadership across cultures. Her reign, although brief, marked a significant moment in the history of Delhi, showcasing the intricate interplay of gender, power, and politics in the medieval world. Since the 13th century, Razia Sultan's life has been romanticized in literature, deepening her status as a symbol of female empowerment. Razia's story emphasizes the impact of female rulers and their ability to lead effectively, a lesson that resonates even within modern governance practices. Through her leadership style and administrative reforms, Razia set a precedent for future women in power, bridging gaps between tradition and innovation. Razia Sultan's contributions are remembered today through various memorials and celebrations that honor her bravery and vision for society. As India reflects on its rich heritage, Razia's reign serves as a reminder of the importance of inclusive governance and representation. Her story continues to be retold in various forms of media, including films and literature, ensuring that her legacy remains alive and relevant. Razia's tale also finds resonance in feminist movements around the world, as her life exemplifies the struggle for women's rights and empowerment. In educational curricula, her life has become a focal point for discussions around gender and leadership, challenging students to rethink perspectives on history. The intrigue surrounding her life story is not only historical, but also highlights the evolving role of women in contemporary society. Razia Sultan's legacy remains a beacon of resilience, inspiring countless women to pursue leadership roles in various fields, including politics, education, and business. Her life encourages discussions about the need for balance in leadership and governance, advocating for compassion alongside authority. Artistic representations of Razia Sultan continue to emerge, capturing her spirit and challenging the narrative of female rulers throughout history. Through her life story, narratives of resilience and determination are invigorated, encouraging new generations to pave their paths despite societal hurdles. Razia Sultan's influence extends beyond the pages of history, acting as a catalyst for discussions on leadership styles and gender-related challenges. Her story is interwoven into the fabric of cultural narratives, as literature, art, and dialogue reflect her indelible mark on history. Razia's dynamic rule challenges modern leaders to emphasize inclusivity and representation, highlighting the ongoing relevance of her life and story. As Razia Sultan rose to power, her early education instilled a strong understanding of governance and military strategy, crafting a unique blend of intellect and leadership skills. Razia's ascension to the throne was marked by her commitment to justice, where she implemented reforms to ensure fair taxation and justice for her subjects, earning her the respect of many. Her leadership style was unconventional for the time. She often dressed in male attire to command respect on the battlefield, showcasing her determination to defy societal norms. Razia's focus on trade led to the establishment of new trade routes, fostering economic growth and cultural exchange between diverse communities within her empire. Despite her successes, Razia faced consistent opposition from conservative nobles who resented her authority and progressive reforms, leading to political turmoil. Razia's decision to marry Malik-i-Jahan, a powerful noble, was seen as a strategic move to unite factions, yet it ultimately led to further betrayal from those she trusted. As dissent grew among her nobles, Razia attempted to quell unrest through diplomacy, leading her to travel frequently across her realm to hold assemblies and foster goodwill. Amidst rising tensions, Razia's loyal supporters, recognizing her capability, organized efforts to maintain her power, leading to a series of skirmishes and political maneuvering. In an unexpected betrayal, Razia was overthrown by her half-brother, who utilized the discontent among the nobles to launch a coup against her. Following her overthrow, Razia faced exile, and tragically, her life came to a violent end during her attempt to reclaim her throne alongside loyal followers. Razia Sultan is often thought to have been buried in an unmarked grave, her final resting place reflecting the obscurity of her death and the conflicts surrounding her legacy. Despite her tragic death, Razia Sultan's story spread across regions, becoming a beacon of hope for many, highlighting the struggle for women's rights in leadership. Razia has inspired countless literary works, dramatizations, and scholarly studies, causing authors and historians to delve into her life and leadership qualities. In contemporary times, Razia's influence is reflected in feminist movements, advocating for equality, showcasing her as a symbol of female empowerment across cultures. Razia's legacy also lives on through cultural remembrance, with festivals and events commemorating her contributions and the progress of women in leadership roles. On the fateful day of October 15, 1240, Razia Sultan's reign, which defied gender norms in a patriarchal society, came to an unforeseen end, leaving a void in the Delhi Sultanate and raising questions about the roles of women in leadership. Born into privilege as the daughter of Sultan Iltutmish in 1205, Razia was educated in the arts of governance, which prepared her for unexpected challenges. Her sharp intellect and strategic military acumen positioned her as a formidable leader when she ascended the throne. Razia's reign was characterized by significant reforms, including a focus on fair taxation and encouragement of trade, which opened new economic routes and blossomed cultural exchanges between diverse communities under her rule. Despite these successes, Razia faced relentless opposition from conservative factions within her court. The nobles rejected her authority, discontent brewing as they plotted against her progressive rule. Razia attempted to consolidate power through a strategic marriage to Malik-i-Jahan, aiming to unify rival factions. However, this move backfired, bringing betrayal that chipped away at her support. As discontent escalated, Razia sought to meet with her subjects directly, traveling throughout her kingdom, embodying the ideal of a ruler who is in touch with her people, and their needs, striving to bridge the gap between her and the nobility. Ultimately, Razia's efforts to stabilize her rule fell short as her half-brother conspired against her, leading to her overthrow and subsequent exile from her once thriving kingdom. During her exile, Razia remained determined, strategizing her return. She raised a small army, embodying her relentless spirit and fierce desire to reclaim her throne from usurpers. Tragically, upon attempting to regain her position, Razia was met violence in a skirmish. She ultimately lost her life fighting for the throne she had earned, underlining the brutal realities of political power. Reports of Razia's death vary, with her burial shrouded in mystery. Some legends suggest she was buried in an unmarked grave, reflecting the obscurity and neglect she experienced even in death. Despite the obscurity surrounding her end, Razia Sultan's legacy flourished in history, inspiring future generations towards gender equity in leadership and governance. Razia's reign and her fight against oppression have become an embodiment of the struggle for women's rights, providing a focal point for contemporary feminist movements demanding equality and representation. Festivals commemorating her contributions are held annually, celebrating her role as a pioneer and symbol for women who aspire to lead and challenge societal norms across various cultures. Razia's life has inspired plays and literature, evoking discussions on gender dynamics and leadership that resonate with audiences today, ensuring her story remains alive in cultural consciousness. In historical texts and scholarly works, Razia Sultan is often cited as a case study in gender and power, underlining her importance in discussions about female rulers throughout history. Razia's revolutionary methods of rule are also explored in educational curricula, highlighting her as a role model for resilience and innovation in governance, inspiring youth to challenge traditional norms. Contemporary leaders often reference Razia Sultan in their speeches, invoking her spirit as a call to action for women in leadership today, acknowledging her as a historic figure who broke barriers. Razia Sultan's story remains a critical reminder of the importance of inclusive governance. Her struggles serve as a lesson for efforts towards broadening leadership opportunities regardless of gender. In art and literature, Razia is portrayed not just as a ruler, but as a courageous individual fighting against the constraints of her time. Known for her bravery and determination, continuing to inspire numerous narratives.